Bruh, we had one hell of a weekend in professional wrestling. One hell of a weekend. And we have to talk about it. And the first thing we need to talk about, in your boy's opinion, was the show for the weekend of the weekend. Let's give it up for the ladies. WWE's Evolution pay-per-view. This pay-per-view for the women was elite. It's one of the best all-around premium live events this year. This was absolutely fire. This was years ahead of Evolution 1, and I thought Evolution 1 was a solid pay-per-view, but this one right here was special. And there were so many great moments on it. It furthered storylines for wrestlers. I adored this pay-per-view. Let's get into the first match, man. What? Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Match was a banger. The perfect match to open up the show. And one of the big important things about this match was Bayley and Becky Lynch went out of their way to make sure that Lyra looked dominant. Lyra always got her offense in. They wanted to show that Lyra is one of the next rising stars, and I think with this match, they accomplished this match with also Becky Lynch keeping that Intercontinental Championship. And I do believe that was the best decision, especially with SummerSlam in 3 weeks? SummerSlam is in 3 weeks. We got a lot going on, and I would love to see if maybe Lyra defeats Becky at SummerSlam. Becky goes away, does her, I know she's filming a show. I know she's casted in a show or something like that. She'll eventually have to go film for. Or maybe she has to go do the promo for Happy Gilmore 2 that comes out in 2 weeks. There's a lot going on. So I'm excited to see where Becky goes from here, whether she loses the title at SummerSlam or if she retains. I'm excited to see. I think it's best for business for her to have that title because it gives so much validity to those titles that was not the case with the women's tag team championships, but I have a plan for that as well. But I thought this match was hella cool. I love how the Lyra brought out those big ass wings again. You know what I'm saying? On her entrance, I love the leg drop that she used going back to her finisher in NXT UK. Like, there was a lot of very cool, creative ways. And I love the pin. I love the pin of Becky just being the better woman tonight with the elite roll-up. I just thought it was really cool. They had a lot of really solid parts of this match, and I truly enjoyed it. Shout out to those 3 women kicking the show off because they did their damn thing. Next matchup on the list is JC Jane versus Jordynne Grace. NXT, man. These girls beat the fire out of each other. Obviously, your NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane. She walks out with Fatal Influence. Jordynne Grace, a.k.a. Muscle Muffin, she came out with Blake Monroe. And I'm like, okay. They just had the tag team match yesterday. They beat JC Jane and Fallon. I get it. It's mad. The math is mathing. I'm clocking it. Then, this match was hella physical. They did not hold back in this match. And one thing about this match, I was like, oh shit. Blake Monroe turned on Jordynne Grace. And when I saw her turn on Jordynne Grace, the first thing I said out of my mouth was genius. Because for the last couple weeks, we're kind of building the Blake Monroe versus JC Jane. And the first questions I'm asking is, damn, are we doing this already? We're going to get to this match already? Is Blake going to just come in and just be the top of the division? And no, this showed me that they had a plan. And the plan now is for Mariah to work with Jordynne Grace. It made JC Jane defeat Jordynne Grace without Jordynne Grace looking weak, and it gives Blake a really good feud against a really fantastic wrestler in Jordynne Grace, and I absolutely loved it. Blake Monroe's character is really working out very well. Her theme music is a banger. That theme music slaps. Jordynne Grace is very talented, and this match made me excited to watch NXT on Tuesday live from Houston. Your boy got to get to NXT. I got to find my way. I don't know how do people attend NXT? If anybody knows out there in the world how people actually attend NXT, let me know, because your boy might have to hop on a plane from New York and go to Florida, because I'm going to stay away from the NXT parking lot. I damn sure tell you that. That hold is more tough than Chicago, New York, Florida, anywhere. That parking lot is gangsta. So, but I definitely want to attend, and I love this match because like now I want to see more character out of Jordynne Grace. I want to see her on the mic. I want to see her talk to her, because Blake is a character. She has personality. And I don't know if y'all follow Jordynne Grace on Twitter. Jordynne Grace is funny as hell. Now I want to see her take that side of Jordynne Grace and put that on television and ball that up and show us that personality on screen. And I definitely think she can do it. So very excited for the NXT this week. Next matchup, we had the tag team match for the tag team champions. We had the champions, Roxanne Perez and the Raquel Rodriguez versus the Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Relax. I had to make sure my echo didn't go off. And then we have Sol Ruca and Zarya. This match was chaos. And to me, the moves were great. Sol Ruca looked like a badass like she always does. Zarya looked powerful. To me, Raquel and Roxanne did their thing. I think we know where the SummerSlam match is going to be. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne versus Charlotte Flair and the one and only Miss Alexa Bliss. I think we know that is where we're going. And I'm very excited to know that's where we're going. But there was a bigger moment in this match that I enjoyed more than anything. The fact that the fans were losing their mind and saying, we want Charlotte. I was so happy for Charlotte to get that emotion and be able to feed into it and to enjoy it. I was so happy for her to finally, because I'm not gonna lie, she gets shitted on a lot. She gets bullied by a lot of people. There people genuinely don't like her. To me, she's the fucking GOAT. She's the greatest women's wrestler of all time. People hate her. They're like, oh, people hate nepotism so goddamn much. But but nobody ever was hating on Cody Rhodes as much as they hate on Charlotte. Nobody else was hating on any other wrestler's kid like they do Charlotte. And they're like, oh, because Charlotte wins and all that. She's fighting for the fucking tag team championships. Is Charlotte Flair better than most women? Yes. And more importantly, in the Vince McMahon mind of booking, when she was winning all of those titles, was she a bigger name than most of those wrestlers she was fighting? Yes. Most marketable? Yeah. Besides Charlotte, besides Sasha and Becky, the four, Bayley, besides the four horsemen women, who are you going to give the titles to? I love when Alexa Bliss had the title, but I don't think the company fully believed in it like they should have. I don't think that's Charlotte Flair's fault. And there's sometimes I feel like as fans, because we get hot and we're passionate and we're emotional, we forget. Charlotte not right in this, bro. That ain't her fault. What wrestler is gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna win the title? That's like turning down a raise at work just to keep the same paycheck you have now. I'm gonna take my goddamn paycheck. If Triple H came to me and said, Devontae, you're gonna win the WWE title tonight. I don't even wrestle, but you damn sure I don't give a fuck about I don't care what nobody else has to say. I'm going to win that damn title. I'm not thinking twice about it. So why should we hate Charlotte Flair for doing the same, for doing exactly what she's told and doing it better than everybody else? Doesn't make sense. But Atlanta showed out after reading her Players Tribune article and everything that happened in Chicago. They showed out and they gave her some love. Shout out to that hot Atlanta crowd for that. Charlotte Flair, you deserved every moment, and I'm proud of you. Raquel and Roxanne got the win. It was perfect. It was everything it needed to be, and I'm happy she got it. So shout out to those. Shout out to our tag team champions. You got some heat coming for you at SummerSlam. I will tell you that now. Next matchup on the list is for the WWE Women's Championship match. Trish Stratus versus Tiffany Stratton for the title. Not gonna lie to you, this was probably the best match Tiffy's had on the main roster so far. minus the Elimination Chamber. That was crazy. This match was fire. Trish got, like, I don't know, Trish pulled something out of Tiffany I don't think we've seen before. Everything in that ring, it worked. I love this match. And I do think that Tiffany probably will turn heel again, which is only right. And especially now that she's going against Jade, she'll probably need to turn heel to give more flavor to that. Reason why, we'll talk about that later. I'm excited to see where they go from here with this. But also, more importantly, now that Trish gave Tiffany that push, that momentum, can we take Tiffany's character and give her some bass? We need more on the microphone. We need more character out of her, because as a babyface right now, it just doesn't work because we don't really know her. We don't really know her besides the fact that she is delicious to look at. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. But I know she has a story. I know that girl from Minnesota has a story to her. And it's just that, and whoever's running creatively, they're just not giving us that story. And her character's suffering because of it, in my personal opinion. But I know she has it. I know she has all the intangibles to give us everything. And we just don't have it yet. And I'm hoping maybe in this heel run we get it. Or if they're going to keep her babyface, that's fine. Hopefully we get it down the line. But dear God, she needs it. And as their women's champion, I want her to shine. I want her to be the best. And I feel like this match is what got her back right on track. And I'm just praying she stays there. Hell of a match between Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. Next matchup on the list, Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a no-holds-barred match. They beat the shit out of each other in this match. I loved it. I loved the finish. Like, they were out there brawling. And this was a very good performance by Jade, especially gaining up to her versus Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam. This was perfect. I love this. And it makes me interested. Now I'm really interested to see where we go from here with Jade versus Tiffany. And with Bianca Belair as your guest referee, I don't know if her finger is fully healed yet and if she can go. Because if she can, I think if Jade doesn't win, I think if it's up to me, I may have Tiffany win and have Bianca turn heel on Jade. I feel, and no pun intended, a storm is coming. And if Jade wins the title, I'm cool with it. But if Jade doesn't win that title, I won't be surprised, because I know Jade's got big things coming up. I know Jade's going to star in a movie with Jonathan Majors. They're probably going to have to go shoot that John soon. I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca gets back in the mix and clocks Jade ass. And we won't see Jade for a little minute. I can see it happening. We got a lot going on. Jade and Naomi have very great chemistry. This seems like the blow-off to their feud. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Great match. Very great match. Every match on this card was fire. So I really enjoyed this match. And now we are looking to different things for both characters, and which I'm excited to see them go on to different avenues. Next matchup on the list, we have the Battle Royal to see who will go to Clash at the Castle. Again, love this. I actually really enjoyed this match too. Nikki Bella got a monster pop. Love that for her. She actually showed out in this match. Kaylani did her thing in her match. She did like the Kofi Kingston spot, and she was perfect for it. But let's talk about Mrs. 2 Up, 2 Down. Let's talk about Lash Legend. Lash Legend went out there and balled. She balled. She looked like a powerhouse. She showed out in her hometown tonight, and I loved it. I loved Lash Legend being the top two with Mrs. Stephanie Vaquer, who went on to win the match. Loved it. Loved the Final Four. The right person won, who I called was Stephanie Vaquer, who is awaiting the winner of whatever the women's match is at SummerSlam. Will go on to Clash in Paris to face Stephanie Vaquer. I love the promo she gave at the end of the match. And when she said, wrestling is not my first, she said, English is not my first language. Wrestling is my first language. That was a bar. I love that. I love my La Primera, man. We all love it. In the words of Booker T, let's go. Let's go. Very cool battle royal. Very excited. And the next matchup, and the final matchup of the night, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, one of the best women's matches of the goddamn year. This match was absolutely fantastic. I loved when they fought in the crowd. I loved the poison rana Io gave to Rhea, the Spanish fly off the top rope. This match was fucking brilliant. Was it better than WrestleMania 41, the triple threat match? I feel like it's like damn near here. That match was perfect. Those girls exhausted themselves because they couldn't put each other away. They just couldn't do it. And then Naomi came out and shocked the world. We all thought Naomi was going to cash that briefcase in on Tiffany Stratton. That was not the case. Naomi is now your new world heavyweight champion for the women. And there's only one response I have to say to that. It's about damn time. I am a Naomi supporter here from through thick and thin. Let's fucking go. Let's go, Naomi. When Naomi reinvented herself into this proceed with caution gimmick, it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant to see somebody who is a veteran in this business reignite her character and show different sides of her. And now she is sitting on the top of the world. When you look at her, at Naomi, from WrestleMania 40, when people were calling her an afterthought, standing next to the aura and power of Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, people were calling her an afterthought. And then you look at Naomi now, that's perfect. That's character. And damn, has Naomi been knocking it out the park. And I cannot wait to see what we're in for in the reign of Naomi as your women's world heavyweight champion. And one thing about Naomi being as world champion, we all have been put on notice and we all must proceed with caution. And now, one final thing before we get up out of here. Listen, there was one, the crowd did a bunch of cameos. It was good to see Ivory, Jacqueline, Melina, Vicky Guerrero. There were so many, Tori Wilson. There was so many great, wonderful divas from the past who showed up at Evolution. They're our legends. But there was one specific legend we got to talk about that made her appearance on WWE television. Let me find out WWE's back working with Jazz. If you don't know about Jazz is a pioneer for women's wrestling, especially black women's wrestlers. Oh, hell yeah. You see the look of Jazz, the toughness, the grit. You don't get a Jade, you don't get a Bianca Belair without the contributions of Jazz. Jazz was a beast. Trish Stratus easily improved. I don't think Trish Stratus is Trish Stratus without Jazz. Jazz was one of them ones. And I'm so in it. From the last few years in WWE history, for WWE fans, she's kind of been forgotten about. Like, you really had to be from that time to really know how busy Jazz was getting in that ring. And for Jazz to finally get her shine, to finally be seen on WWE television, it's exactly what she deserves. And oh man, I am so happy for Jazz. I know she does great work in TNA, but to now finally get her foot back in the door in WWE, whether it's a Legends deal or LFG or whatever, Jazz deserves it. And I'm so excited and I'm so happy to see Jazz back on my WWE television. Oh, hell yeah. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back with Saturday night's main event and everything else that happened this weekend. It has been your boy D, Forever Gang, and until forever finds you.